for round 3.
Round 3.
Round 3. So last time we didn't know who was on. We didn't know what was going on. I just caught you after work, or you were after work. Yeah. And how's it going?
Really well, really well. To be honest with you, it's gone above expectations, and the layout has been bang on, and everyone's just where that it's all just really fit nicely. It's like there's even a few little spaces left, so it's all well organised. All well organised.
Yeah, I think like obviously like we spoke about tonight, like to be able to get in the crazy world we're living in, to be able to disconnect from the bullshit, find a space to have something that's not like. That's not you know what I mean. It just has something simple about it, like but effective and obviously it just works, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think someone summed it up perfectly the other day. Like they said last night, they said they were like trying to there's all sorts of people here. Like there's bikers, there's non-bikers, and someone was like, yeah, but it's just people that want to escape.
Yeah,
they're here for a weekend of escape.
Absolutely, like literally, I was telling Dave yesterday. I said like if you put it on paper, it doesn't have anything. It doesn't belong to anything. It's not a music festival. It's not a bike festival. It's not a archery biking thing. But it's everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like it's its own thing. Because everything they say, tattoo convention, bike show, blah 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 blah. Everything falls into its own category. But this is like it's everything and it's its own thing.
Yeah, it's hard to quantify.
Do you know what I mean?
It's hard to put it into words. It's like sometimes that's why I get a little bit stuck because it's like what is the Barnjam? And it's like I'm like, what is the Barnjam? Like it's like a bike festival. Yeah. There's all the traders and the food, and it's a bit of an ale and cider festival because we have all of our locally brewed ales and ciders. So I mean, it's multiple festivals in one festival.
Yeah.
And it really comes from me being like at other festivals and getting bored. Yeah. Of walking around. Like you'll walk around and you'll blitz it in about 5 minutes. You look at all the stalls and then you're like, well, no. But with this, it's like, there's always something to grab your eye. There's always something to grab your attention. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then it's like, once you've done down there, you end up going up there and you're walking around up there and sort of seeing the axe throwing, the archery and stuff.
Exactly.
So.
And obviously, I haven't even ventured down there, but like it's like you see loads of people going down there, and then obviously, it's just got everything, isn't it? It's just...
Yeah, and so many more ideas.
Yeah,
more ideas and more stuff to do, with not many more people. I think it's like once you're here, you understand. But I think if you try to beat the arse out of it and get like thousands of people here, it'd just be like you'd overdo it, you'd overcook it. And
then it probably wouldn't work.
No,
it's like I bet if you went back and if you were able to get like the most iconic events in the world and be able to sit down with the original people that founded it, and it probably spoke exactly the same way you did. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like I was talking to like your partner last night about it. It's like it has so much potential to get even bigger, and she said the same. Like you want to keep it low, and I was like, but then don't you feel like you're like denying other people's experience?
That's what custom culture's for.
Do you know exactly?
Yeah. So my idea is to have a few little festivals up here a year, and then also have like the big festival, like the custom culture. So where we're using all the land and extra land over there and all that sort of stuff, and it's like that's when we'll get big amounts of people here. But this is starting to turn into a community. Facebook group, everyone's starting to know each other. Friends are looking forward to using this as a meet up because they haven't seen each other since last year. So they're like, oh, hey up, mate, and, all that stuff. So no, it's I never thought in a million years that like people would be like booking time off work and talking about it, and it becoming sort of like its own thing. You know what I mean? So,
exactly. It's like you say, it's that balance, isn't it? It's that you've been able to find that balance and not overdo it and not underdo it, and like. And then, like we spoke about originally on the first podcast, like to be able to have people getting pissed up next to a lake and be able to legally pull that off. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like that's like where people behind the like no one sees that. Like it can, you know what I mean? It's
my biggest advice to anyone that's doing their own festivals and stuff is rely on the ambulance service. So get yourself first aiders that are like a company, like a St. John's ambulance or whatever like that, because they are a godsend. When you've got numbers over a certain amount, you can't just be like, oh, my mate knows first aid, he'll be all right. Yeah. Because we've had situations this weekend that we needed trained paramedics for to go in, like, like some woman up there, she's tripped over a tent and she's like bust a knee. So it's like, it's like you need people there that can handle that stuff.
Yeah.
We've got a good security team
Yeah.
that are like, they're relaxed, but they're also like, they're looking and they're vigilant and they're there to make sure everyone's safe and having a good time. So, it's relying on other contractors and being able to manage your own events and stuff. And obviously, that's why a lot of festivals are crashing right now, is because they're trying to get the infrastructure in, but they're not making any money. So the numbers aren't adding up. Do you know what I mean? But fortunately, do you know what I mean? With the setup that we're in right now, we managed to have a good festival. It makes a decent bit of money for the charity. And we're also able to keep it going and keep doing this every year, and also build on it and reinvest the money that we make.
Yeah, and it's like I say, obviously I've spoken to a few people that this is their third year, quite a few people that it's their second year, and to be fair, most people it is more that it's not their first year. It's some people are like, so far I got the hot year and I got this year, or I've had the hot year, the wet year, and this year. It's like obviously it's created its own.
The memories. I think we've got away with it pretty well with the weather. We've had a bit of light rain.
We've been lucky.
It's like that's nothing.
Yeah.
Compared to what it could be, if it was just downpouring, it'd be like miserable.
Yeah.
But with with a bit of light rain, everyone's just like too busy.
No, exactly. It has been awesome, and obviously, like this afternoon, me and you, we're gonna go have a look at some bikes when you got spare 5 minutes.
I was gonna say we'll go after this, mate. We'll go pick the best bike.
Yeah, we'll go around and have a look, and then obviously you got the beard one as well, and the axe. That's already got the winner.
Has it? Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's going to be getting handed out later, and 200 quid as well for the best bike. So someone's about to be have a good weekend.
Better off. Yeah.
And obviously, yourself.
We'd like to say obviously, courtesy of Nordic Ink, like we're giving away a full day to the winner. Is it? Are you doing a top 3, or is it just a best bike?
I think we'll have to have a look.
Yeah, I think
there might be that one.
We are.
That's like that's the winner.
Yeah.
But we might have a bit of a split. In which case, we're going to get them up, and we're going to see who the crowd likes the best.
Yeah, that'll do.
And then the winner's going to win some decent money. That's the whole weekend.
Yeah, really, you think like not only have they got 200 quid to put in a car to travel over to the studio that I work in, they're getting a full day tattooing.
Yeah, exactly. Win-win. Yeah.
Awesome.
I barely even win a 500 scratch card.
Mate,
so.
same here, mate. It's but no, it's like I say, thanks again for letting me come here and.
No, awesome. It's been great. No, you've been chatting away. It's been awesome.
I've had I'm terrible with names.
Adrian
I've had Adrian up. We're talking about obviously where it all started, and obviously it's cool to see him wearing a BMW Rocket Run hoodie with the sponsor on the side and getting insight into what they're doing. And it's like I say, it's unfortunate that they've ended up left in a position where they've lost themselves, turned to crime, unfortunately ended up in prison. It is such a shame. But I think we spoke about before, this is nothing new. It's like we don't dive into the MC world so much, but let's not forget that Hell's Angels alone, which everyone knows of, were founded off Air Squadron, where they were trained to kill, trained to do what they had to do, and then dumped at the end of a war. And they had the bikes that were just chucked about from the war. They were riding around WLAs, and
it's a need to feel like you belong.
Yeah.
And it's the brotherhood.
Yeah.
We managed to do it here, where it's like you don't need to be a biker to feel like you belong.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? And I think that right there is why it's so successful.
Yeah.
Because you have normal 9-to-5 dudes that don't ride bikes, but they're coming here and they're experiencing it, and it's like they're no different than your hardened riders out there that have been riding for years. You know what I mean? It's like
like you say, you got someone jumped up on a 125. The fact that they feel comfortable being on a 125 and not feeling intimidated that there are bigger bikes out there, and they're clearly comfortable, and that's what it's about, isn't it? It's like you say, it's
where's he ridden from? Probably further than most people would ride on their big, their big thousands.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's it.
I remember my 125, mate. I used to ride that everywhere.
Yeah.
You turn into a pussy.
I got bits of it here. There's my 125 engine. It's like, that's it. It's great, mate. I'll turn this off, mate, and I'll turn that off, and we'll go around and
awesome, dude.
Have a look at some
nice one.
Have a look at some bikes.